Loans to listings.
Yeah.
Hey, Trent.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, we got Gabe here.
Up,
We got
Gabe?
Gabe.
How you doing, Gabe?
For all of you that don't know Gabe,
Yeah.
which is probably nobody, everybody knows Gabe in Orlando at least.
Yeah.
Gabe is actually on the Locals Group with me and Empire team with both of us.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Only he's been, he knows a little bit more than me on the lending side, I will admit.
Oh man, I know, right? I thought you knew way more than I thought. I was ready to partner up with you.
I tell people
Trent.
he tried to get me a loan and be like, hey, we're gonna work this one together. I was like, I work all my deals with Trent. And he's like,
no!
He's like, I do too.
Not Trent.
He's like, I do too.
We'll just loop Trent.
The whole thing revolves around Trent.
Yeah. You guys sitting there doing the Spider-Man thing, like.
Yeah, exactly. I'm
just
like,
so
I use Trent. We all use Trent.
Just so we clarify, Gabe and I, we primarily focus on real estate. So with the mortgage side, we do run the mortgage side. We do know a lot about the programs and stuff, but actually running the deals through and processing them and working with the underwriters, we don't do that.
No, yeah. I mean, I always tell people, clients, we'd be doing a disservice to the client that we're actually trying to help, just because, we're constantly in our car, driving around. Trent gets to sit in the cushy office, answer all the calls. He's always there available. He's always there available, though. Unfortunately, my phone's been blowing up. I was just sat here, inspectors trying to get in the home.
Yeah.
I had the client have to jump over the gate maybe to meet the inspector to pay him. So that's why it's nice to have Trent here. And then at the end of the day, I could always circle back to Trent and be like, hey, what's going on with my client? Why isn't this moving along? So we're still on top of the ball. But that way, they actually have someone who's dedicated just to be working alone.
Yeah, that's huge for me because I'm with you. I don't have time to check. I go through my Arrive and my people like a couple times a day just to make sure I'm on top of things.
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
But literally that's in the morning and that's towards the end at night. And then unless something comes up with Trent calls me, hey, we need this for so and so, we know whatever. Then I am not. I'm not working a whole lot of the mortgage side, and I appreciate the mortgage side and I love the mortgage side. It's just that like you said, we have to focus on generating business and keeping it going and keeping the deal going, while we're in contract.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Mm-hmm.
So Trevor loves me to be available for conference calls and to do podcasts, but I'm like, hey Trevor, I'm working the deal that you're gonna get paid on too, bro. Give me a little bit of slack.
Just so you know, we had a mortgage Zoom with our team yesterday, and I'm team lead, and Trent was running the education Zoom for the Locals Group, but there was no Gabe.
Oh yeah.
No, Gabe was not on there.
He was sitting in his cushy seat.
What we wanted from you is like for you to push the other people over because you were like the in between. You were like, yeah.
I'm sorry.
It's cool. I played the Gabe role.
Yeah. I know. I had an inspector. I was trying to get into the house. It's always inspectors, bro. I don't know.
Yeah, the last few days for you.
Yeah, exactly. So that's real estate,
It is real estate.
Inspectors and lead-based paint.
Right. That's why I sent Jessica over to those houses.
Which ones? The lead-based paint ones?
Any of them.
It's safer.
Yesterday.
I noticed her hair has been getting a little more blonde lately. I wasn't sure.
Yesterday, you see, she hit her head.
She hit her head on what?
Did you see the Facebook picture? She had this huge knot. It was like,
Mm-hmm.
So she was leaving to go look at this house that I had this listing agreement signed around with this guy, but I'd never seen the house. And we're all like,
aren't those the best?
Yeah. I was like, is this going to be a short sale, or are we going to be able to get a subject to out of this, or the assumable loan? And I'm like, well, I got to make phone calls and work. So I said, Jessica, I was like, can you go over to the house, just film it and, walk me through it and stuff. So she heads over there. Needless to say, she walks out of the garage. I said, I love you, bye. And then I closed her garage door. She didn't hear me close the garage door, and she went back into the garage to go get a soda. So rather than like noticing the garage doors closing, she walks right into it. I hear this, boom. And I was like, I thought she was joking around.
Why did she left? I always wonder why people just open it halfway. Why just open the damn
It was
garage?
closing.
So they can't see your whole
it
body?
was in the motion of closing, and she didn't hear it closing.
Didn't hear it?
No, because we have a belt-driven one versus that other style that makes a loud noise. So it's really quiet. Yeah, the chain.
Yeah.
So it's just. So, and then they were doing yard work across the street, and so she could only hear the yard work. She turns around, and I only saw it out of the corner of my eye, but I hear this boom, and I thought she was joking with me. I thought because it stopped, and she's like, "Oh, I hit my head." I was like, "Oh man!" I was like, "I'm sorry." I just laughed. I went inside, and I was like putting some groceries away that she had dropped off before leaving, and she comes in. And there's a knot like this, like it's coming out of her head. And I was like, I thought you were joking. I was like, I heard you, but I didn't think anybody in the right mind would walk into the garage door. Yeah. And
how's she doing now? Is she okay?
She forgot it all happened.
No,
I'm just kidding.
She's walking the garage more often, huh?
Actually, the point of that was she was going off to go video this house for me. So, yes, I don't go to the houses or anything because if I were to spend 2.5 hours going out to that house and then having to come back, I'd spend the whole time on the phone. I need a laptop or something available to do the work, and it would take away from the work. So yes, that's also why you went out to the inspection. We didn't work that deal ourselves either.
Yeah, exactly. Because we had someone. I think John was over there, but it's just like I had the inspector call me, then I had the landlord call me, then I had this investor call me. The same thing. He's involved, so it's like, oh god. And then the roofer. There was a roofer involved too. Gotta get the roofer always involved,
The roof was the issue when we fell out of contract in that location last year.
Which location?
Wasn't it Samoa? Is that another one?
Yeah. I mean, I don't see it on the paperwork anymore.
So here's the deal with that place. Like a year ago, we had...
Me too, bro.
We had a contract, and we had them in contract in this place. But what happened was...
This is open door. Like, I would think they would check all that stuff before.
Well, what happened is the roof is in fine condition, and it's about 50 years old, and they do a lot of maintenance on it. It looks fantastic. It's a terracotta roof, so supposedly it's supposed to last 75, 80 years. But homeowners insurance only lets it last 50 years. So their homeowners insurance for the HOA was dropping them. So at that time, we were having...
Maybe you think they have new insurance now? Maybe that's what it is?
That was the issue before. So maybe they have new insurance or actually, I think insurance was getting it worked out, but they were in the process
I hope so. I mean, we're under contract.
This was a year ago.
Better get it fixed now.
They're getting paid or not paid.
We're
This
gonna
was
learn
a
today.
year ago, so they had to have done something.
It's funny. I have another client that wants to wait till March and wanted to buy right in there as well, bro.
Well, the prices
it's like a sign, bro. No, it's a sign. Like she wants to buy in there. Because she used to own it in there, and then that whole debacle happened, so she sold and moved out. And then now her other friend moved in there, and we went and looked at the same exact one that this lady put one on. And I'm like, oh my god, I've been in this.
Getting deja vu.
Those places.
So your wife helped me out more with it. It's like it's instant follow up. I'm like, maybe you remind me of this lady. Her name's Yvonne, and she wanted. That's exactly what she wants to live. And the HOA went lower. It went from like they must have worked that out, bro. Because the HOA on the listing it says 580, and then on the thing I think it says 530 on the paperwork.
Interesting.
Which never happens.
No.
So
reserves.
That's some good news.
They never go backwards.
Reserves was part of the problem as well with that place, was they didn't have the full reserves at the time to take care of everything. So that was part of the issue with the sale last time. So, but I will tell you, these places, for one, they're in a really up and coming area because it's right next to Lake Orlando, right?
Oh, yeah, the packing district.
Right. And they're going to be building up that whole other side.
Yeah.
They have a $2 billion contract.
Market. Do you have any investors? You got any? Oh,
From my cushy seat, maybe.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I'm not sure what you're talking about quite yet, but that place is going to be a great place to purchase in 5 years.
That's the house I was trying to sell you.
Oh,
and those townhomes are cool, man.
Oh, yeah, they're $1 million.
They go around and stuff.
Mil, bro. 1.3 mil they're selling those condos for.
Wow, really?
That's crazy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Really? Over $1 million?
Let's do some deals on that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy to me.
It's a cool place.
It's
a cool
like
area.
If you build it, they will come. You know, like
Yeah.
I mean, that was the hood. I think that's the hood still technically.
Well, that's what you have to do. That's why the investors get that type of stuff because
it's risky.
Yeah, it's risky, but they're able to bring people in. So yeah. So, anyways, yeah, that place has got some history. Like I'm never gonna not drive by that place and then think of everything that's happened at that place. And you drive into it; it's really nice.
It's really nice.
It's really nice. You drive in there; it's like it's really cozy and quiet. Everything's got terracotta roofs,
I like
well
the
maintained.
Pool, the little pool.
The little pool area. I'm just like, how could this place?
We'll see if it goes through. I mean, we're in a contract.
It better go through.
We're in a contract.
This time it'll work.
Yeah.
It'll work.
This time it'll work.
2025 is the year things
so
just
crazy
work.
story, guys. I finished a 60-hour fast this morning. You've been fasting before. How much times you fasted?
Just like a day.
A day? That's it?
That's it.
I've gone 7 days.
Forget it. You 7 days?
Yeah, not on purpose.
Oh, really?
I have medical issues. I didn't eat for 7 days.
Oh,
I had to have surgery and.
I was gonna keep it going today. I'm like, I actually went to the gym yesterday and today. I just did like the treadmill, like on an incline. But first time I ever fasted more than 24 hours. Yeah.
How do you feel?
Yeah, and I ate breakfast this morning and I crashed. I'm like, whoa. I woke up like at 10. I'm like, dang it, I went to start earlier today. I did start early. I started at 5 in the morning, but
It's interesting. The first day is kind of hard. The second day isn't as bad. It seems like you're constantly hungry, but you seem to have a little bit of energy and whatnot. I don't know if you noticed that.
I was good, bro. I probably could have gone another day, bro. I should have just gone another day. Bro.
Yeah. I've gone 72 hours multiple times, like probably about 10 times. So
Like 6 deals coming through right now.
wow, look at all those texts, dude.
I told you, bro.
Ding, ding, ding,
Realtor
ding,
life,
ding,
guys.
Yeah, no kidding.
Must be another inspector calling me.
It's probably a commercial.
Next
So
one.
you got anything going with commercial? Because we don't get to talk about commercial as much.
Oh, yeah, I do actually. I have my. It's so funny you say that. That deal, I'm trying to pick it up, but realistically, I may just sell it. So I mean, I'm just waiting to get the lease on it right now. So it's a building off Colonial, and it was inherited from. The dad has dementia, so I'm working with the daughter right now. But she doesn't have the leases or anything in place. So that's what we're kind of working on right now. But I have a guy from Turkey who wants to buy it. He's flying into town on March 1st, and he has about he wants to buy about $700,000. He wants to buy it, and she already agreed to the price and everything like that. And no, it was awesome. She was like, I'm like, hey, normally like I charge normally it's 10% for commercial. It's more complicated, more work, and I do see it is. And she's like, oh yeah, no problem. I'll give you 8. I'm like, okay, cool. You know, I was gonna cut her a deal either way, but then she gave me 8. I'm like, nice. So, but yeah, so I have those. I have another guy, the one I'm working on. That it's a truck stop. I think I told.
Yeah, I've seen
so
that.
I have a guy who's actually interested in it. I talked to him yesterday.
Do you have that one listed, or is that one off
It's
market?
listed now.
Okay.
Yeah, it's listed. I have 3 people interested. One guy wants to do a 1031. He has like 15 million. He wants to do a 1031 on
Nice.
it. There's another person who owns a recycling plant in Tampa. He wants to do the same thing one out here, but he told me he found one off I-4 that's a cheaper price, and so he'll let me know in the next couple of weeks. With them, it's just straight numbers. Like there's no like try to convince them, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So
What do you have it listed for?
7.6 million.
That's what I thought. Okay,
Yeah.
so that's that one that was.
Yeah, it's a big one. And then I have another person who buys these truck type places. I have like 4 people interested in it. I convinced them to do. It was on the market for about a year before for less. So I convinced them to do a seller financing on it. I also convinced them to do subject to on the note. So because he has a note that's 1.7 mil. So I'm like, hey, if we could transfer it over. Then it'll be more appealing for someone to actually get into it, less money in. So he's like, now, so he's supposed to send in same thing. He keeps giving me the runaround. And I'm like, bro, do you really want to sell this goddamn thing? So
Yeah, he'd probably have to. Take a second because somebody's going to probably have to get another loan on that first part.
they're gonna have to put down like $2 million probably.
Right.
We're done here, but I gotta check.
No, dude, we got another 15 minutes.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Seriously?
We go for about 30 minutes, dude.
Oh really?
Yeah, do about
Yeah.
30 minutes at a time.
Are you a 5-minute guy? Are you done after 5 minutes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you gonna put this on my YouTube too?
Yeah, you can have it too, man.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, then, yeah, let's keep it going, guys. What do we got?
I'm curious. So, if like on the seller finance, what is he willing to take on something like that? Like what would he like 20% down or what, like what?
It equates to about 30% down is what it equates to, because basically he would, so 1.7 would be the loan, and then another like probably 3-4 would be like the seller. Yeah, probably 40% actually would be seller financing. Realistically, he just wants at least probably $2.5 million down. But yeah, it's funny. This one guy called me. I actually paid for the premium, like LoopNet. I'm like, which is brilliant. Like that one I paid for. It's pretty amazing. Like when have you ever read a listing on LoopNet?
No, but you need LoopNet if you do commercial.
Yeah.
You have to.
So I have it on there, and I paid like an extra, like 6 G's for this damn thing, and it puts you at the top. So it's own SEO. So boom, it puts you at the top for everything. And also you get a dedicated person who they can do campaigns for people who are looking at it, and you can see you can actually see who's looking at your listing.
Interesting.
And you can see how many times they looked at it. You can see how many times how much time they spent on the page. Also, you can see what they're looking at.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm like, what? This is awesome. And that's where every business owner, every person who does commercial, they're looking at LoopNet. They're not going. They don't go on Zillow to look for commercial. They go to LoopNet. So I'm like, I see the value, and like, bro, I've already got like, and then it's funny. So off the one guy, he's from New York. He wants to just buy him and a couple other investors. He was kind of a prick, which was fine.
We sell to anybody.
It's okay, bro. We sell to you too. He's like, oh, email me the information you have. And I'm like, yeah. He's like, don't email me anything else. If you email me anything else, I'm never gonna talk to you again. And I'm like, and I started laughing. I'm like, bro, it's fine, bro. I'm not gonna email you anything else. Trust me, you're good. Bro. I told him, I'm like, you're good. I forgot who it was. Almost $8 million listing. I'm like, maybe I should be more professional. I'm like, nah, you're good. And then he texts me. He's like, I just emailed you my information. And he's like, remember, don't send me anything. He sent us by text too, bro. Like, this guy's crazy.
He wants to make sure.
But which is what I've been doing is like, which is really interesting. Now I look up their domains, because all of them have at whatever. So the one guy owns a recycling plant. Yeah, so he owns one in Tampa and one in Miami as well. And then this particular guy's. He owns like a bunch of stuff all over actually. So I noticed he buys a minimum 12-unit motels. So I'm like, damn, I have that off market 14-unit. Yeah. So I'm like, but he also told me, don't send me other deals. He said, don't send me other deals. I'm like, damn, good thing you told me that. I'm like, bro,
you would have blown him up.
No, I would have waited. I'm like, the goal is this one, and then I would have brought up the other one. Like, hey, I was telling people my favorite like sales line. I was telling somebody this is like, just to let you know, like this. I'm like, oh no, I'm not interested. That's fine. Just to let you know. And then I still give them the spiel. It always works. I'm like, no, I completely understand. Well, just to let you know, blah 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 blah. blah. And I'm like, what? I told them no. Just to let you know.
That's a good idea, actually.
Yeah, just to let you know, bro. Like it's funny, like the motel. I have someone who put an offer in, and then the broker I'm working through, he's like, he's not going to accept that. He's like, and I'm like trying to work out the numbers. I'm like, he actually makes more money. Like he wants 1.8. I'm like, you end up making like almost 1.4, like structured this way, or 2.4. And he's like, I'm like, bro, just send him the calculation. And he's like, I don't want. I'm like, just give him the just to let you know, bro. Just to let you know. Just to let you know, this is what you'll make. He's like, no, I don't accept it. That's cool, but just to let you know, you'll make an extra $500,000 if you go this way. Oh, yeah. Yes, just to let you know, bro. So
just to let you know.
So yeah, got a lot of traction there, man. It's just super frustrating, bro, because it's such a big check and it's so close, it's so far. You know what I mean?
I think that's a lot of commercial. Takes a while. It. My stepdad did commercial, and the thing about his commercial deals, and the thing about commercial deals is like you're usually searching out the buyers a lot more. Like in residential, either you're a listing agent or you're a buyer's agent. You're not a listing agent that's searching out buyers for that specific house. When they come in, a commercial, you really have to kind of almost sell commercial. So like it's one thing if there's already an established business or anything, but if you have a commercial lot or something like that, you almost should go to the county or go to the city and see what businesses need to be there or have applied to be there.
More, like, research involved,
right.
For sure. And
then you go to those businesses and you're like, hey, this would be a perfect location. It actually fits in. The city wants this done, and so, you can pitch it to people that way.
No, and that's where I've been kind of getting like boggled down, is just because like I want to focus more on commercial, which just takes more time. It's more me being on the phone, but at the same time, I have all these small little deals that are closing that are actually closing, right? They can pay my bills now. But I know if I land this one deal, like I'm good for like a year. So it's like, what do? I pick up so I'm trying to do both. So I've been waking up earlier, like working later, like trying to work everything, So I'm pretty good at doing that. So like I'm just gonna keep doing that. I'm really getting burnt out. So
eventually it's gonna, they're gonna close.
They're gonna close. Yeah, and then there's gonna be a low, right? And so I'm like, that's just like you gotta get it while it's hot, right? I'm like, I'm gonna keep fucking working while it's hot, and then when it's gonna slow down. It was slow, like we were talking about the other day, like last 2 months. I'm like, I didn't even think about that. It's funny. Will does get some good little things. He's like about like he's like, oh, December, this is gonna be slow. He's like, nah, everything's good. He's like, he's so right, bro.
Yeah.
I'm like, normally when I worked my other sales job, I would always work like crazy at the end of the year because like I hate traveling. Everything's more expensive. Flights are canceled. Everything's delayed. And I would crush it, but I'm like, this year I didn't really. I'm like, I just stayed home. I'm like, maybe I should just travel at the end of the year now. It makes a lot more sense, But yeah, definitely lows there,
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like December was crazy for us, but October and November were a little bit slow, and really just building business to the first quarter and the second quarter. And right now, it seems like things are starting to really pick up. Like I just feel like buyers are starting to come back out. It just feels like in the energy in the air, things are starting to happen.
Mm-hmm. Love is in the air, like that one song,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, that's spot on though.
Yeah, exactly.
Because now that we're past the Super Bowl,
my home.
Now that we were just talking about last episode.
The other day he wants to buy a house, $1 million house. I'm like, that's great.
That's great.
I love that. But it sucks. It was like because I'm going to Portugal next week.
Oh,
yeah. So
how long are you going for?
I'm going for 10 days. So, of course, I have like 2 closings. I have 1 under contract. I have 2 under contract right now, 2 closings coming out. That should have already been closed by now, but now they're going to close right when I'm gone,
Of course.
That's how it works out.
Fires,
if you want to get busy, you got to plan a vacation and go on vacation.
Bro, I got to plan my March one, bro.
Right.
Keep it going. So that's going on. So it's just, it's a blessing, bro. Blessed.
It's a blessing. It's such a blessing.
Yes, it's blessed, bro. But yeah, what was I saying?
Well, so you're going where?
India.
Oh, you're
India.
going to
That's
India.
right. Okay.
Yeah. Be
Sorry.
real busy in April now. Now it's
How long are you going for again?
5 weeks.
When are you going?
Beginning of April.
Oh, you're not going for a while. Okay, but still, that's nice.
But 5 weeks, dude. Not any 10 days.
I know. Maybe can I come visit you? Is that crazy?
You can come visit.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Don't
You go pick
invite
up
me,
business?
Trent. I will pull up.
Although, just so you know, it is the dry state that we're going to be in.
Versus what, the wet state?
There's no alcohol there.
Oh, okay. So that's okay.
Unless you're at the hotels.
I am.
You've been to Dubai, though. They don't have alcohol there, right?
They have alcohol there.
I thought
At like $15 a
I thought in the Middle
Corona,
East alcohol was illegal. Like Saudi Arabia, I know it's illegal.
What was I looking at? Oh yeah, I've been sober for almost 40 days now, bro.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll call
to
you
go.
Saudi
All right.
Arabia.
Yeah. Exactly.
Just come for the good food.
Yeah, exactly. So dry state, I didn't. So you can buy in hotels though, right?
Yeah, with
Hotels?
American license, with foreign licenses, you can buy in hotels, but otherwise they don't sell alcohol in that state in particular.
So the locals can't get drunk.
No,
What is that religion? Is that?
it's just because it's the state that Gandhi's from.
Oh, really? That's the only reason.
I think so.
Oh, that's super cool. I kind of really want to go now.
Yeah,
What's it called?
It's
India.
it's Gujarat.
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 Gujarat. Huh. Is it a big? It's a big place.
Yeah.
So does Rishwa have a bunch of family there? Is it like, does she have a big family? Or?
Tons of family. There's so many. Yeah, aunts, uncles, cousins.
I guess with 1.6 billion people.
Come on by.
Yeah, I know. Don't invite me.
But you gotta have your bio data. You gotta have a resume on yourself.
You've already been?
I'm good.
It's the
Have you already been?
To
India?
I actually haven't been.
And you haven't been, right?
I was married there.
Oh, you were married there. That's right.
This guy he is
That's
India,
right.
bro. This guy is India.
Yeah. Part Indian.
Yeah, he's
So-
part Indian.
Part Indian now.
Does her family really like you over there?
Yeah.
Of course,
Yeah,
he's a
does
white
it?
American.
Well, I didn't know if there was a gringo status, and they don't call them gringos, obviously, but
Right.
I don't know what they call them, white trash.
They were all worried about like spice level and everything, and I just eat all the spicy food, no problem. And they're like, "Oh no, he's good." We were all worried about him, and yet,
Okay.
yeah, there was one meal in particular where I was having no problem eating it, and they're all like the nose drip and everything, and they're like, "We were worried about him, and we're all the ones suffering." But he's eating it fine.
I never had that spicy of food, like Indian food. Like, and Indian food's pretty good.
Me neither. I feel like I haven't. I always get the mild though. Everyone's like, "Oh, it's kind of spicy," but I'm like, it's not spicy, but I still stick to the mild because I don't like it spicy.
Thai
like it may be spicy. Like,
Thai food can get really spicy.
Yeah.
Some Mexican.
Mm-hmm. Just depends on the peppers.
Yeah, I don't picture Indian food as spicy.
It'd be like that though.
Okay, interesting.
It does, yeah. They use a lot of
Maybe I'm just not
serranos
cultured
and-
enough.
5 weeks, huh? Man,
5
that
weeks.
sounds amazing, bro.
Mhm.
That's longer than a month.
That's
We
not
really
enough.
did.
Ding, ding.
Here's the thing. Every month should be 28 days, and there should be 13 months. Do you guys agree or
Yeah,
disagree?
it would make things easier.
No, I like 30 days.
Why would
I
you?
think 28 days
You
goes
should-
by too quick.
So-
It's too quick for me.
But now we're adding so much time to the
Like
calendar, right?
we
map that out?
changed this calendar, like the Roman Greco calendar, to 12 months. But before that, just about every country, every civilization had 13 months. And the way you do it, 28 times 13 is 364.
Oh, wow,
Why would you not divide every month into 28 days?
no, that is.
And then
Just
every
add-
4 years on December 29th would have that extra day.
But you need
Like every other civilization in
How many
there.
people have you told this to? I feel like this is a common discussion.
No, I never actually. I thought about this earlier. Like,
Of
I
course
can't
you did.
remember.
I know you did.
I can't remember
No
like how it
way.
came up, but
I don't know how this calculation.
maybe
here's the exact.
here's the thing. Like, here's the thing. Like, people are always like 4 weeks. Like, oh, let's do this for 4 weeks. Wouldn't it make sense if 4 weeks was 1 month?
right, but there's a
3 to 4 weeks. It's always 3 to 4 weeks.
so
3 to 4
Right.
weeks. Like, was that which month? Is that
Well,
a
it's
month?
4 to 5 months is a month.
the Romans had an issue with even numbers. They were unlucky. So
Okay.
that's
Is that-
why
is that the-
February is the shortest month at 28 days because it is dedicated to, that's the month that's dedicated to the dead. So they also made that the shortest one as well.
It's so stupid. I'm sorry. That's so stupid. But 28 days, 13 months makes sense. It makes
Hey,
sense.
while we're in here, what are we doing the leads? Or can we talk about that here on?
I mean, we could talk about it. Listen,
is this insider information?
well, this is more like for people that just want to learn about loans and listings, not about leads.
Yeah.
But we
that's
could
part
talk
of the
about
business.
leads.
It's part of the
It
business.
is part of the business.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Because
we are
instead of just talking about BS, let's talk about what we need to do.
BS, man. Do you realize what people want to hear? This is what
the
people
BS,
want to hear.
yeah.
They want to hear about 28 days.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know,
Conspiracy
13 months.
theories and 28
Yeah.
days. And
I mean, this
Maybe I'm not
Spicy
gonna put
Indian
this on my
food.
YouTube.
this is legit. You know, this is legit, like real conversation. What do you talk about with your buyers and sellers? To your buyers and
Leads.
leads?
AI
Listen, I don't have
AI
time to talk
AI, people, AI guys. AI. Everyone loves it. Everyone loves the word AI. The 2 words or the acronym.
It's letters?
Like
Yeah.
acronym.
Okay.
What does that stand for? Do you know?
Artificial intelligence.
Boom! There it is.
Boom.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
No dummy here. I mean, I may look like one, but
Cooking. I know I saw you for the shoot today.
dude, I shave my head every day. I always
Every
wonder.
day?
Yeah, I always wonder why you got a peach fuzz on top. It's not really peachy. It's kind of brown, but it's fuzzy.
Yeah, no, I usually do every.
I think I get about the same amount of growth
There you
as
go.
you, but
I
I'm
usually do
43, so.
Yeah, 43 and sexy, baby. Get it, kid. There you go.
How old are you, Gabe?
39.
Yeah, just a kid.
Yeah. I mean, I'm turning 40. That's why I'm going to Portugal.
oh,
Oh, really?
Birthday, yeah.
I didn't get the
Birthday
invite.
trip. Oh, you're welcome to come.
Yeah, I didn't get it in time.
Yeah. Bro, plane ticket is only $400.
Wow.
Yeah, hotel's like, I think 300. Yeah,
A night?
No, like me and my friend were splitting it, so like 600 total. Yeah.
600 total?
For 10 days.
For 10 days?
Yeah.
That's good.
That is real good.
That's amazing.
You're
to Portugal.
Geez.
Yeah, exactly. So like, it's gonna be like $1,500 all in, everything. We're renting a Jeep. We're going hiking. Like most of the time, we're hiking. I'm a hiker, apparently.
I wouldn't guess that.
Yeah, boys out there, bro. Boys out there hiking. I actually hiked Machu Picchu.
The reason I say that is because, listen, there's no places to hike really in Florida. Look, it's completely flat.
Will and his mountain.
But he goes up to Georgia and Tennessee to go really do it. Like he does talk about it all. There's places around Florida.
I like.
Yeah.
We do ollies off turtles, like
right. Sand dune jumping.
No, I hiked
Go to the
Machu
skate
Picchu.
park.
I hiked Machu Picchu. You know Machu Picchu? Did I tell you my Machu Picchu story?
No, you know what? I think you mentioned Machu Picchu, but no, I didn't.
Yeah, it was 5 days, bro. Hardest thing I ever did in my life.
It took you 5 days to get to the top?
75 miles.
Wow.
Yeah, 75 miles, bro.
I kind of pictured like a ski lift taking me to the top.
You can take a bus to the top, but I did the hike. The hike is more. It's challenging. It's beautiful. Plus you stop.
It's more. It's more days.
Yeah,
it's more days.
Definitely more
4
days.
miles.
But it's it's.
You're telling me you went 75 miles in 5 days? That's 25 miles a day.
What? 15.
No, it's not 25. Yeah, it's 15, 17, 18. Yeah.
Oh, 15. Okay.
This is weather.
But even 15. That's a lot, dude.
It is a lot, bro.
Because you're talking about
I lost
at
like
an
20
incline.
pounds. I lost like 20 pounds in 5 days, bro. Like, it's crazy. I couldn't believe it myself. I'm wearing, bro, like, it was beautiful, man. It was like, you're like a king out there. So they have like these Sherpas. I forget what they call them. They're not Sherpas. They're basically Sherpas. And they go ahead of you and they set up a tent. They set up lunch, dinner. And then like in the morning, they shake your tent. And then like there's a bowl of hot water there so you can wash your face, brush your teeth. And then they bring you tea and coffee. You know, like you're like a king up there. You just have to make it up there.
I feel like that's
survive the trip.
You survive, and you get to eat like a king. And you don't, you fall.
I feel like that's like that everywhere you go in the world. Like they really just cater. You go there and they make you feel like a king.
Yeah, no,
with the exception of the United States.
Yeah,
no. Here we're blessed.
Yeah. When I go to a hotel, like I'm like, you know what? I beg them for the drink. I'm like, please, can
May I have a bottle of water?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're coming in at the door, like before you're like, oh here.
Yeah, and you're like, drinks. No more, please, no more.
You're so
oh,
right.
more. And you're like, okay.
Were you in Italy?
Is that what I sound like? I don't know. I was actually going for South African.
Oh, really?
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
You're Hawaiian, right?
Yeah, Portuguese and Puerto Rican, actually.
Oh, really? Puerto Rican?
Well, that's so. My grandma.
I keep that at $1 maybe.
My grandma. Listen, we love our garbage.
Okay.
I was just kidding.
You saw it kill Tony. Watch that guy kill Tony.
Yeah, Tony, dude. Hinchcliffe.
No.
Oh my God, he's hilarious, bro.
Dude, that show in general it's so raunchy, but it's so good.
It is, bro. It's old
so
school
good.
comedy. You
It
know?
is.
It's like you can't get canceled type comedy.
Right.
You don't have it because he's on his own.
It's just trash talking.
Yeah, it's his own podcast or whatever.
Yeah.
Exactly, kind of like this.
Yeah.
Way better.
But
and they have sound effects.
well, they have a desk, so Red
now we have
Band.
a sound effect. Good thing you came up.
Red Band. That's the worst sound effect. He's the worst at that, dude.
Me?
No, Red Band. Like
constantly,
like he's the one that sits next to Tony
really
he does all the sound effects, but it's always like a bird or something. Boop, boop, boop. You know, it's like that's not what a bird sounds like, but you know, like a bird or like some sort of weird noise, and you're like, this guy's getting paid to do these sound effects? Like I don't get it. You know, but whatever. It's a great show, and they've been doing it for like 10 years. So now they're finally, you didn't know.
Oh wow! Holy crap! Good for him, bro.
Yeah, it wasn't really until
that's crazy. That's the fucking.
Well, Joe moved them to Austin to do it at the mothership, so that they can really get it going. And ever since they moved there, that's when they've blown up. But they've been doing it for like it's something like close to 10 years.
I mean, they haven't been making any money for 10 years.
Nothing.
Yeah, exactly. Now they're getting big. I like that one guy, Ari.
Yeah, Ari Maddie.
Yeah, he's hilarious.
Do you know who we're talking about?
Nope.
He's where's
Macedonia?
Estonia. And it's so funny. It's just
He's funny. He's super European. He's European.
Yeah, he's like, I was at the coffee shop the other day, and I walked in, and I heard a couple having an argument, and it caught my attention, and I look up, and it's two dudes, and he's like, it was unbelievable. I've never heard two people stay on the same topic,
It makes so much sense.
It was like it was like two gay guys. It was like two superior minds trying to find a solution.
You've seen that one a lot.
It's so funny.
It's true though. I mean, a lot of like I went to Albania, right? And we went to Greece afterwards, and we did this Mercedes bus, blah, blah. Long story short, I was in this car with these Albanians, right? And they're just like, the way they speak and stuff, it's very much like that, bro. Is it? Yeah, it's and they're hilarious.
Yeah.
Like,
dude, he's like, I like Estonian women. He's like, these Americans, they're always like, I think. He's like, I don't want you to think. Estonian women, they don't think.
all right, guys,
So, anyways, hey, listen, this was a great show. Thanks for joining us, Gabe.
Thanks for coming on, Gabe.
Trent, hey, awesome. Okay, and we'll catch you in the next episode.
See you in the next one.
Loans to listing.
Loans to listing.
Loans to listing.